Hey guys, welcome back to Ken Cinema Sofa. If it's your first time here, I'm Brother Ken, a missionary of 15 years in Japan. But this channel is all about exploring my other passion, awesome cinema and TV and X-Men. Let's get back with X-Men 97. This is episode 6. I'm loving this show so far. They've been adapting some of my favorite stories from the comics, and with such great attention to detail from the comics. I mean, even down to replicating the very costume, the suit that Storm had when she was, on the road with Forge, with the black leather, I mean, I love that. I love that. Why can't MCU do that? New MCU. MCU so far has been awesome. And then, until about 2 years ago. But, look, they can come back. Pay attention to what the animation does, right? They respect the source material. You can be a great director, creator, and not let your, hubris get to your head. Anyway, let's get into it. Episode 6, X-Men 97. Sorry I did that intro quick, but I have a class, art class, in like 30 minutes, so. Woo! The Adversary.
Get out of my home, you damn kid.
I have some of these comics too, with the Adversary. Magneto's not in there. Doesn't look good. Oh, Nightcrawler. Woo! I like that. Nightcrawler was in there. These are the Shi'ar. I remember. Oh! That's a Kree. Like Captain Marvel's Kree.
Surrender? No, just perish.
Pigeon shall not thwart the will of the Supreme Intelligence.
That's Ronan the Accuser. Imperial Guard. Yeah. Wow.
You shall be memorialized as the corpse upon which I pose.
Is that Warbird?
You dare interrupt my glorious moment?
Oh, it's your sister, the Empress.
Oh, my dearest sister is always of utmost priority. 1 year ago, we offered the skills of our mighty healers to a Terran man on the verge of death.
Professor X?
This man helped spare the entire universe from the madness of my brother Ken, as well as the galactic hunger of the Phoenix. This man has unlocked the secrets to my heart.
Oh.
Your empress is to be married, and our empire shall welcome a new emperor.
Wow, they even have him dressed like how he is in the comics when he's with Lilandra.
Professor Charles Xavier.
To the might and glory of the Imperium.
Is that the same actor? That's freaky.
You are no mere Terran, Charles.
Mere? How dare you?
Perhaps an empress could even spend a portion of her time ruling the galaxy from my little corner of it?
You wish to return to your children, don't you?
Merely visit, see their faces.
It and risk being stuck in its ever-spiraling vacuum of dramas is especially true.
He has no idea what's going on back
Didn't your
home.
brother?
Once we crush the Kree, an educator such as you can teach them our ways. The virtue of a teacher lies in showing their students how to walk on their own.
Yeah, but he could show his face.
He is sure there are no more lessons he can teach them.
That's true too. Uh-oh. Is that Al again?
A tawdry romance of guilt and shame. How many have suffered his gifts?
Man, that's scary, man.
Venom reaches his heart. Forge made his bed. Let him die in it. All lives deserve saving. Let him die.
Man,
Away.
that is freaky. That's
Get used to it.
it's dark. Whoa!
You rush to play dead. You fear living.
It's like Kill Bill all over again, Volume 2.
We like to be human. It is a tempting daydream.
I was so
tired. Sort of restless.
Whoa!
Monotone family. Enough.
This is very... Oh, did you hear that? Monotone family.
I was wrong. Forge didn't rot your gifts. You had already renounced them.
I tear your thread and break your loom. Depart to the desert, demon. Depart.
So Forge always had like shamanist powers as well. I don't know if they're going to go into the backstory of how that demon got out, but it's really interesting, and it's connected to him.
I'll give it to me straight. You need a better bedside face, Doc.
Despite his magical, perhaps your mother's book holds an answer.
She wrote about a cacti. The Midnight Chala. I don't want to be alone.
Then we ride together, my love.
Oh, okay.
The Empress, Lilandra Niramani, and her royal consort.
Your man speaks as if I am your pet. Not an entirely displeasing thought.
Calm down now, Professor. Chuck, as Wolverine used to like to call him in the comics.
Your Majesty, I have known you since you were but a hatchling and wish only for your happiness. We have been trapped in so much change. Some yearn for the stable comfort of what is familiar.
Your consort was born on the wrong side of the stars. He is Terran.
Not the tracks.
Xavier would see his Milky Way ghetto become our throne world.
You are twisting my words.
Milky Way ghetto. Wow. Man, I'm proud of my ghetto, y'all.
To ensure we are protected from your Terran ties, you must renounce Earth and erase all memory of your life there.
Whoa. Man, even the Shi'ar are like, what?
Do you love me, Charles?
A silly question. Even you know Deathbird's challenge goes too far.
I forfeit my throne, which is exactly Deathbird's design. Imagine the chaos that my sister would unleash across the galaxy.
The Milky Way ghetto would be first. See, this is what I like about the cartoon, the animation, over the movies. Like the movies, and that's not entirely their fault, but they just focus too much on only one aspect of the world of X-Men in any comic, right? Just the mutant issue, right? X-Men stories span the galaxy and were about much more than only the mutant human conflict. But you know, it's hard to keep up with animation and comic books, right? If you're doing movies.
So sorry, Aurora, for deceiving you, for drawing the adversary.
Hush, the demon was not your doing.
Well,
Beg you.
okay, it seems like they're changing it, but... Or maybe it's still a secret. I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
My mutant gifts inspired twice as much hate in humanity. In a way, your machine failing is a blessing. I am better this way. The cactus grows in darkness. Where?
That's why I came. I know how you feel about tight spaces.
That's right, yeah. This feels... See, one of the biggest differences, too, is the movies of X-Men, they put actors in the characters' roles, but they don't feel like the character. You know, like Halle Berry, yeah, she's nice to look at and everything, but she never felt like Storm to me. She felt like Halle Berry in a white wig. Storm has there's a balance between regalness and you know, nobility and not timidness, but fragility, you know? And the fact that they're bringing up these aspects of her with her claustrophobia, I remember that from the comics.
And do you
And do you
renounce
renounce
all memories of Earth?
all memories of
your
Earth?
life there?
I do.
And of your X-Men.
Oh,
He hesitates.
of course he hesitates, man. Those were his children, basically.
How can we entrust our mighty empire, which has endured for eons, to a ruler descended of simians? Have our blood mixed with his inferior freaks?
Sound like you all came from chickens. Talking about hatchling.
Sedition, gladiator, arrest this treacherous vulture, and any who dare to stand with her.
Oh! Yeah, this guy's almost like Superman, basically. I just want to hear Professor X do the mind scream just one time. Mind on fire!
Not this way. I have forgotten my greatest gift.
Here, class is now in session.
I have used my vast psychic abilities to draw us into the astral plane. Now pay attention. It is time for today's lesson.
I don't know. Recently, I've never been claustrophobic growing up, but I don't know what's happening recently. Maybe because I'm middle-aged now, I've been starting to have these feelings here and there.
To save and be above it. Look at you.
The adversary in the comics is a much bigger threat than just trying to get a meal from somebody's fears and phobias and hurts.
And I will save you and let you live your tempting daydream. Not a daydream. Executioner's neutralizer was not the only weapon tamping down my gifts. There was that lie. Lay dead, or humanity will thunder
No.
upon you and your kind.
There's some Ghibli stuff.
You are an echo of who I am.
It's like those powers are coming back.
Let them thunder, for I am lightning.
Whoa. Woo! Wow, from space. Oh! Oh, snap! Oh, wait a minute. That's the old suit. That's the classic Storm suit. So is this going to be her new suit from now on? Uh-oh. This is awesome, man. So this is the suit, the first costume Storm ever debuted. Wow. And that's cool. You know what? That makes sense that they're doing that because Nightcrawler is part of the group. And that's how she looked when Nightcrawler was there. Made her hair grow out. Electrolytes, I don't know.
Loved ones, even as they poison our hearts.
So what, is the next season going to be X-Men 83? Because that's the look she has.
Displaced by the brutal attack on Genosha. As rumors swirl, Genosha is the opening salvo in the...
That's right, she had no idea about this.
Who can tell me from where the Shi'ar Imperium draws its might?
From the crushed skulls that house inferior minds, such as yours.
Demerits, raise your hand.
Demerits, my boy, demerits.
Power of
Failed to sire, no.
younger cultures that, had they not been tilled to death, would now be empires rivaling your own.
Even you Terrans claim might is right.
We must pillage worth from one another, that for me to be more, you must be less. Your existence against mine.
Want to know a secret? Coexistence is messy. Thus my love for education, for my X-Men.
No!
What's going on? Is that the moment that Gambit died? Is he feeling that?
They were dancing, drinking wine, making love. Oh, my children of the atom, destroyed.
Okay, so he's learning about Genosha, huh?
If you leave, you will prove my sister right about your kind.
If that should end our star-crossed affair, so be it. It is time I return to my X-Men.
Yes, baby. Come on home, Professor. Who is this?
Kill me, please, for what happened in Genosha. I beg you.
Don't take all the blame, Oliver. You have nothing to fear, so long as you place your faith in Sinister.
So he was behind this. Dude, this is getting good, guys. This show is good. I don't know what it is. It's like it's taken everything from the old series and elevated, because it has elevated it. I took a look at the old series recently, and It was good. It's still good, but it's made for 10-year-olds, really. It's like the height of what a 10-year-old can handle maturity-wise. But this is just, man, this is taking it like to the comics. And, you know, like, it's funny because even now, when I look at the comics, when I read them now, when I go back and look at the comics that I thought I was reading and understanding when I was a kid, I mean, man, there were layers of understanding and of depth in the story that I just couldn't get back then that I get now, you know? The comics are dense. They're dense because they're written by adults and they're written by actual really good writers. Chris Claremont, that's the whole run that I read, you know? And they would have these page-long monologues going in. It was like reading a novel on a comic book page, you know? So, yeah. It's like they're approaching that level of depth. I'm loving this, guys. Hey, stick with me on this. More is coming. We got, 4 more episodes left? Oh, man. But I heard that everybody was going to get a new suit. So I was glad to see Storm get that suit. But that's not the suit I was expecting. I thought she was going to get, like, her Australian X-Men suit. I know you keep hearing me talk about Australian X-Men. I'm sorry, I have a soft spot. That's when I was introduced to comics. My cousin gave me the first X-Men comic. It was in Australia when they were in Australia. I think it was, Havoc on the cover, blasting some people in the Savage Land. And I still have that comic. So, man, it's a great time to be an X-Men fan. What can I say? Let's hope that the MCU version can approach this level of depth of just consistency and honoring the comic book. And, you know, just make it X-Men. Make it feel like X-Men, you know? And keep your superstars on a leash, okay? Because I like Hugh Jackman, but as far as I'm concerned, X-Men 1, 2, and 3, those movies, they're Wolverine 1, 2, and 3. Okay. That's how I feel about those. Not saying that they're bad, but the Hollywood machine gets in the way and takes over what should be an ensemble. So anyway, thank you guys. If you enjoyed my reaction, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, feel free to give me a thumbs down. But in any case, tell me what you thought about this episode. Do you have some famous or favorite X-Men comics from when you were growing up? Tell me what your favorite run was. See you in the next one.